Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sab'na. Now I'm going to explain about 13 everyday English manner. The first one is walking in the public. So when you are walk on the shoulder traffic, you must walk on the right because this helps you avoid the awkward dance you do with the strangers when someone else get out of the parked car. Additionally, do not stop in moving traffic, especially at the top of the stairs. Just like when you are driving, you have to pull sideways before you finally stop. Then, when it's very crowded, do not push people. You have to pull, because the people or the person in front of you may have nowhere to go. So, those are some of the English manner of walking in the public. And the next is queuing. Respecting queues is the most common ethic to know. Of course, you are not allowed to break the queue. When you are queuing, showing urgency do not help you to get the queue cleared. Then the conversation with the person in the queue it's okay. However, you should finish it immediately if you see that the person is not interested in a topic you are having with. Furthermore, you can also respect the QE in some ways, such as standing in the right way so that the others do not get disturbed, not smoking so that the other people are not bothered by the smell of the cigarette, and speaking over the phone with a normal voice or avoiding speaking too loud. Those are some of the manners and you have to do when queuing. Next is handshakes. When you are sitting, you have to handshakes. Ethic requires you to stand up to shake hands. Stand with a proper posture and keep between 3 to 4 feet between you and the person you will be shake hand with. And don't get too close and invade the other person's personal space. Over your right hand, by extending it toward the others, you can use your left if the other person's hand appears injured. And then extend your hand halfway to the other person with your right thumb pointed upward. And then your forefinger pressed together. Lean slightly toward the other persons and make eye contact and smile. Grab the other person's hand, apply a firm grip, but not too firm. If it is possible, you can try to mirror the grip pressure used by the other person. Palm it 2 or 3 times and keep the movement precise and small and don't swing it and exaggerate movement. When you have finished, let go of the other person's hand, then stand up upright and keep continuous smiling as you break your eye contact. Do not ever wipe your hand because it is bad attitude to do. Next is being demonstrative in holding hands. So people will agree that holding hands is better way to show your affections and groping. It's almost always okay to hold hands with someone. However, we need to pay attention to several things when holding hands in public. First is situations. If the situations make other people feel awkward, like in a classroom, then don't do it. Furthermore, don't hold hands if it impedes traffic, such as holding hands, and hinders others from walking through the middle. Next is minding your please. When you are offered something by someone else, you can use the word please like yes please. This will make your words sound more meaningful to the other person. Using the word please can turn an order into a request. It makes the phrase more sounds polite. We can put it at the start too, and it generally sounds more forceful if we do that. Putting please at the start and emphasize. We might do this when we are begging. For example, please have another one. But don't use the word please to force others because it makes other people uncomfortable. Next is minding your thank you. Those who say thank you gain a competitive advantage. And also that saying thank you in a business can make you break a relationship because sorry, can make your relationship because appreciation goes a long way toward the forging successful bonds. In our daily lives, we say thank you in three different ways. First, to gain competitive edge in the working world, and then to get what we want from friends and family, and that we appreciate every and anyone who is helping us through our day. For example, the stranger who holds open the door, the restaurant server or cashier, or the cop who gave direction. Next is apologizing. When you are apologizing, express remorse over your action. Start your apology by saying I apology or I'm sorry, and follow it up with a brief phrase summarizing your feeling of remorse over what happened. You've got to mean it when you utter this word and be specific about what you're apologizing for. Next is discussing about money. Money. So when you want to talk about money or discussing about plans that involve spending money, you have to consider your friend is financial sick, and that's fine if they have a fat paycheck to support it, but it can make everyone else feel uncomfortable. Then, when you want to buy a group gift, ask about the budget first. Sure, we all want to treat our friends for their birthday, graduations, and judgment, but we all have different budget. If you are in charge to organize the gift, text each person separately to ask if they are interested in chipping in or how much they would like to spend. Then you can set a dollar amount to it. Just try to avoid sending off a group text. Furthermore, when you are eating with friends, split the bill fairly, whether that's evenly or not. Sure, it takes more time to crunch the number, but you have to respect when people only want to pay for what they ate and drank. And then thinking about weather. Talking about weather, I'm sorry. English speakers love to talk about the weather. It is a way of breaking ice, or on the other word, to starting a conversation. People talk about the weather on the phone and in the person. Even strangers discuss the weather. But there are certain rules conducting this weather-related conversation. Firstly, the topic will almost always be introduced as a form of question, even if only in intonations like raining again. And then secondly, the person answering must agree. Failing to agree is quite serious breach of ethic, or at least if you are disagree, you have to express it in a term of a short personal variable. So, if someone says, cold, isn't it? And you say, well, actually, no, the person would be a bit taken back and feel that was a discourteous things to say. Next is public manner, small talk. There are three surefire ways to properly handle the small talk. First is don't rush. Small talk is supposed to be casual, smooth, and effortless. This is not the time to tell your life story or a serious discussion about politics. Take your time, be calm, and let the other person get a word in every so often. Secondly, proper topic. Speaking of weather is the example of the proper go topic for the small talk. Basically, any subject which doesn't pressure the other person to have some intelligent or soul-searching response is very fair game. Again, this is about simply getting comfortable with each other, not drilling for the answer or spotting dogma. And then no pressure. If you find yourself pressure to engage in the conversation, but having nothing to say, don't speak up about don't speak up about something that would require repeated back and forth, like politics, world event, or religion. Next is tipping. Food is made. Eating it in the restaurant is a luxury. You don't have to cook, you don't have to serve, and someone else does the dishes. Most servers make around $2 per hour, so they are counting on the tips to make ends meet. So, consider the tip part of the overall experience of dining out. When you go out of the when you go out to a restaurant, leave a minimum $15, but preferably $20 for good service. Next is bathroom manners. When going to the public bathroom, always make sure to close the door. Then, before entering the stall, don't just push to open the door. And if you see the feet, uh, check under the door. And if you see the feet, go to another stall or wait for the person to finish. Before you leave the stall, make sure that you flush the toilet. But if you are in the someone else's home, you may need to flush more than once to introduce sounds and linger smells. Then you have to dispose your personal hygiene product. Furthermore, leave the bathroom in the good of conditions as you found it. However, don't hug the mirrors. If someone is waiting to wash her hands or use the mirror after you, don't dilly-dally. Do what you need to do and then get out of the way as quickly as possible. Last, you should also avoid chatting in a bathroom so that it doesn't get in the way. Next is table manner. Some table manners that need to be known are: first, come to the table with the hands and face clean. Not only does this show the respect for the persons who prepared your meal, as well as the others in the dining table, but it is also an important healthy hygiene habit. Next is wait until everyone is served before eating. Starting to eat before everyone has been seated is disrespectful. Dinner is meant to be enjoyed together. Next is chew with your mouth closed. So, chew with your mouth closed and not talking when your mouth is full are two cardinal rules of good table manner. So, that's all from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.